Hey y'all, it's Christy Green Brown, your transformational whole life spiritual coach, here with you today. And I feel so blessed to be here for our third day of Nicole's 30-day masterclass, where we are discussing the transformation process of the mind, body, and spirit. Hey, my beautiful Nicole and all my new friends out there watching. Now, I know after the last 2 days that we've spent together talking about the power of awakenings and discovery, and I just know that you have filled out that journal, that awakenings journal that is listed down with the PDFs that Nicole has in the file. I think it's in the Mediafire maybe. So, as long as you have started filling out your journal, that is going to help you in those fruitions and those dreams that you are all about to call forward, and those negative past experiences that you are about to purge. I am so proud of you all, each and every one of you. Today, we are going to have a little fun. I want you to go on a spiritual plane ride with me. Yep. We are going to take a trip to your final destination of true potential through the clouds of enlightenment. So get your bags packed with your intentions, goals, dreams, and desires. You're going to need that armor and shield as well. So just leave all of that emotional baggage and pass behind, and don't need all of that at all anyway. So first, you've got to get your ticket for your flight. So get ready, because you're next in line. Finally, the ticket agent calls you to the counter and you start process. I know. You just don't have the finances, right? Now, to just go jet setting on a pure of the moment trip, right? Just trust it, baby. Just trust it. It's meant to be. That's right. The agent just found an extremely cheap flight on a new airline called Total Fusion by Christy. And oh yeah, it just happens to be a first class seat. That's right. I got you back. Okay, now we've got to get through that dang security check. You know those guys that make you feel like they're going to try to keep you from getting on that flight of where you really want to go? All that stripping you down, questioning what you have and what you can take and can't take, making you go through this 3D scanners to look for something on you that they don't like. Just to brush them off, honey. Just brush them off. They just want to make it hard for you because they wish they had the guts to go where you were going. Sweet. You made it through the terminal and it's off to gate 7. You go. You got your carry-on bag for the weekend and you got your boarding pass out to hand over to the boarding agent to scan. And are you ready for a little spiritual getaway flight? Okay. Well, they've scanned your ticket and you are headed down the jet bridge to your awaiting plane. I know if you're like me, your stomach starts to get a little nervous, and you know what I mean? You can just feel your heartbeat getting a little faster just from the anxiety of getting on that plane. Not knowing if you really deep in your soul trust these pilots and this airplane that you are going to be safe. A little fear, a little doubt, it creeps in the back of that mind. What do? Well, of course, you trust it and you surrender your fears and board that plane and not to look back. You see, you are committed and you are ready. To surrender means self-offering of one's will to God. It is not passive. It's not an active surrender to the will of God. We offer our hearts and minds up to Him that He may transform us with new understanding of our own reality, of our own understanding. That's right. This flight is piloted by your Creator and my Creator, our divine source, our Creator, the one and only who created the uniquely one and only you, the one and only who has your fingerprints, the one who has given you the strength to take this flight of self-empowerment and transformation. You find your seat, you put your carry-on in the bin above the seats, and you sit down. Just so happens you have a window seat. Imagine that. And you look out the window, and there sits Archangel Michael with his wings opened wide, and he looks right at you and he smiles. You take a deep breath. You say, yeah, I'm on just the right flight. We got this. I'm exactly where I'm meant to be and at the exact time to be here. When you get kind of settled in and you put your seatbelt on and they push the plane away from the gate for taxi to the runway, and then lo and behold, you have that one passenger sitting beside you, the most negative person you have ever met in your life. And of course, once they see that they have your attention, they begin to vomit their whole negative outlook on life. You know what I'm talking about? Right? The one that's going through that just draining overload of negative energy of my marriage sucks, my job sucks, my car's acting up, it broke down on me on the way to the airport, and blah, 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 blah. Oh, and I lost my luggage, and so on. Thank goodness our sweet, beautiful Nicole is our flight attendant. And I can tell that she's finna start talking to all of us. So I'm like, shh, shoo-wee. I can finally sit up and show Negative Bob where his real attention needs to be and go. And be like, shh, be quiet, listen. Like, hold up. And then you take a breath. And our beautiful flight attendant, Nicole, who has graced us with her earth angel appearance and words of wisdom, speaking over the intercom and tells us all about the plane, and tells you that if the plane loses cabin pressure, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you from the ceiling above. And she tells you that when this happens, that you're supposed to do what? That's right. You put your mask on first. That's right. Put yours on first so that you can help others around you. Yes, I know that feels very unnatural, but this mask will give you the refreshing moment you need. It will revive your soul and ignite your energy and simply give you energy to take that next step. Remember this, guys. On that long list of to-dos, that list goes all the way down to the floor and probably out the plane. You need to be on that list at the top. Quit saying that you will get to yourself one day. You hear me? Get your name to the top of that list, okay? Our Creator has our plane on the runway and you are cleared for takeoff. Engines are full throttle and you can feel the thrust as you climb into the air on your way up, climbing and cruising to the altitude of 30,000 feet. To make sure Negative Billy Bob doesn't engage again, you pull out your journal and you start going over all those goals and dreams on the horizon. You can feel that momentum and energy building. Well, as all too many times happen, our Creator comes over the intercom and alerts everyone to return to their seats, put their seatbelts on, as we are approaching a thunderstorm with very turbulent and chaotic air. As the warrior in you comes out, you are used to this already, right? Because it's similar to that chaos in your daily life that's a tricky animal, and the chaos doesn't care about your age, your race, your gender, or religion. It just doesn't. It's the soup from which all things come from, and it's a void. When it comes, we all tend to go into a shutdown mode. Just when you think you are starting to lose it a little bit on this flight, our Creator pilot comes back on the intercom to let you know that all is well. He is going to guide your flight around the storm to smoother air. He lets you know that it may add a little time to getting to your destination, but He knows you have the patience to recognize this attack, and that you know in your heart that you are a warrior to battle this uncertainty to get to your final destination. Breathe, baby. You got this. Don't let that chaos get you off track. Stay on purpose. So, after a little delay, you are on your final approach to your destination. Flaps and wheels are down. Your anticipation grows as you know that runway below is the landing spot to your self-love and acceptance. You can feel that potential inside of you and have been enforcing your ability to shut out the noise and believe in the guidance you have been given in life. Your destination holds such a light that your joy and energy is going to impact many and others around you in ways you didn't know possible. Who knows? You may touch someone's life in such an impactful way that you're changing their lives in such a beautiful and positive way. What I am most proud of is that you took this flight, even with all the obstacles and doubt, and you're making this happen. You are making this happen. It has always been deep inside of you, and deep down inside, you knew it was there, didn't you? Now that we are off the plane, I want you to close your eyes. And if you like to, you can keep them open, whichever makes you more comfortable. Of course, if you're driving, I don't want you to close your eyes. Take your shoes off. Take your socks off. Take you a few breaths. Get into your quiet place. You don't have to sit in a yoga pose. If you need to, you can even be standing, but just breathe. Let's just take a breath. Breathe in and out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. Thank you. You can do this anywhere. So I want you to imagine while your feet are placed upon Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, as you are grounding yourself, and that you've got those roots growing out of the bottom of your feet and just flowing deep down to the core of her and anchoring, putting that anchor into that core. This is where you are going to be releasing all that no longer serves you, all that you don't need or want in your life, all that you are letting go of, the negative. Just let it flow down to her. Release it. Release. Release it. Release it, my dear love. Let her have it. Don't try to grab it. Don't try to take it back. Let it go. Let it go. And as you are releasing, I also want you to imagine that pure white light flowing down from the heavens. And it's replacing all of the voided space that you just released. All of that fear. All of the doubt. Imagine if it's flowing down from into your crown chakra and down into your third eye and every chakra in your body. All of your cells, your bones, your muscles, every bit of your precious being. And until you are filled with this white light, then just soak it in and then bring it all in. And now that you are filled, you can start to overflow into your outer space, into your aura, and into 10 feet away from you, 50 feet, a whole room that just from you, this pure white light, just glowing and beaming and healing all of you. Now you can share this overflow with others and help them to heal as well. Now we're going to bring our hands to prayer mode and give thanks for all that Spirit and God's universe, your higher self, has done for us today. And give your grateful gratitude and thanks to them all. And so it is. Wasn't that an awesome flight? Thank you so much for listening today. And I pray that for your safety and never-ending abundance. And I will talk to you tomorrow and continue on to day 4. Namaste.